Elizabeth, or both of you, talking about the green budget, if you will. Tell our readers about the green budget.
Well, we're the only party that's put out a budget that's carried forward 3 years, so you can track it and see where we're spending money, how we get to that money, and the bottom line of where we are vis-a-vis the deficit. That's the biggest difference in the way we constructed our budget in 2011 versus 08, was in 08 we didn't have the $50 billion deficit that's been created since the last election, which is quite stunning when you imagine the temerity of Stephen Harper to run on a platform that he's doing such a good job on the economy. He erased all the surpluses that we used to have before the recession hit. So of course that's created a serious deficit. So what we've done with our budget is we're bringing in, we're very similar to the NDP and the Liberals in that we are returning corporate tax rates. We return them to a level higher than where the Liberals did, and just half a percentage point off what the NDP advocate. So we're calling for a 19% corporate tax rate. Now that's, you know what they were in the past. It's still a lot lower than where they were in the year 2000. That's still a lower tax rate than was there in 2006. It's competitive within the OECD, but it makes a big difference on the bottom line. We're also finding some billions of dollars every year from closing loopholes for offshore tax havens, which I noted after our platform came out. The NDP said the same thing, which is good. And we're cutting subsidies to oil and gas, to nuclear, and of course we favor a phase out of nuclear anyway, and biotechnology. All that said, that affects the income stream. Our carbon pricing, which we still are doing, doesn't affect the overall budget because it's revenue neutral. So we cut taxes, for instance, by bringing in income splitting. We cut taxes by raising to $20,000 a year the minimum income you have to have before you pay taxes. We've got a lot of programs, increasing guaranteed income supplement for seniors immediately. Those things are paid for by tax shifting, bringing in money from taxing pollution to reduce taxation on income.
How will the livable income proposal work?
That's one of our long-term goals for which we need to negotiate with every province. To make guaranteed livable income work and to have it be affordable, we need to negotiate. Probably we'd start, assuming we could form government, or assuming we got other parties interested in this, got the Canadian public interested in this, we could start one province at a time. But it has to be federal provincial.
Where's the win-win for people, in case they're just wondering what the advantage is to having this?
Well, just to explain that, we'd wrap up and stop the expenses in the current needs testing approach to welfare, disability payments. You know, we're paying for people to go around and snoop on people who are receiving welfare. It's completely, it's offensive, it's expensive, and it is absolutely counterproductive if you want to have people leave conditions of poverty. So our approach is, and right now the only parliamentarian who strongly supports it, ironically, is a Conservative Senator, Hugh Segal, that every Canadian, regardless of need, would receive a check sufficient to not be in poverty. Beyond that, you can earn anything you want. You can continue earning. You don't have any clawback. So if you're a single mom on welfare and you take an additional job, you are able to declare that income without having anything clawed back. If you happen to receive that check and you've already got a really good job, the amount of that check is automatically taxed back. So some people sometimes call it a negative income tax. The benefit of it is we eliminate poverty. The benefit of it is that we are able to see our economy enriched by more people who are actually successful and participating in the economy. We improve, since the number one social predeterminant of health is income, and so we'd reduce the strains on our healthcare system and have a healthier population. We would reduce the strains on the criminal justice system by ensuring that no kid grew up in poverty. The impacts on that for the health and well-being of our society are incalculable. But in simple number crunching,
do you think you can sell that if you end up not getting any seats, say, and you just want to keep this idea alive?
Well, we have to, I think we're going to be much better able to sell this idea with seats, obviously. Right. And so our goal is to be in the House of Commons to advance ideas whose time has come. I was reminding people last night, though, on this program I did, they sort of threw at me and said, well, you're never going to form government, so how can you make a difference? So, well, Tommy Douglas was never Prime Minister. We would never have gotten our healthcare system without someone who was prepared.
Or the old age pension system.
Or any of it.
Yeah.
So we know that you can accomplish anything you want if you don't care who gets the credit. So our goal is to advance these ideas, familiarize Canadians with the concepts, and work well with other parties to hope they actually deliver with us on those programs.